welcome back to Rayman 2. As you remember from last part, we got our third mask, and now we're getting closer to the end of the game, and the level's getting a bit longer. Here we've got Tomb of the Ancients, and I need to remember the controls because Rayman 2 does not like modern controllers. I'm using the Xbox One controller. I could remap it using the Xbox One controller software, but I always never bother. Anyways, we've got another cutscene with Razorbeard, and yeah, he's found the third mask, as we've just discussed. Razorbeard is not happy, to say the least. So, yeah. Also, the weird texture flickering is still happening in the background. I don't know if that would have happened on a PC over the time, with a graphics card of the time. Anyways, Tomb of the Ancients. Already, quite a spooky atmosphere. That's not going to look good in first person. Just thought I'd show you that. But yeah, that music is certainly something. Clark was captured here before being brought to the technical checkup. Oh yeah, remember Clark? We haven't seen him for about half the game, but we might see him again, perhaps. Anyways, hit that switch. Back over here. I do apologise if you hear controller sounds. Speaking of seeing things, here's another spider. We've got a much bigger sort of area to fight him in, like much more open. Giving us plenty of space to get 2 charge shots to dispose of. And some of those zombie chickens as well, that we've seen in previous levels. Yeah, if you do let the spider chase you up till here, it will chase you around this circular bit here. Wow, the game is stuttering something crazy today. That's the price of playing old games on modern PCs. They don't always like to work. Anyways, you can see another switch down there, but there's also a spider down there. Now what you can do is jump down there, hit the switch and climb back out on the conveniently provided web, or you can just shoot it from up here. And that brings up a platform, and we can see 2 more platforms there as well. So, guess we've got to find some more switches. Oh, there's the big spider down there. Just saw it in the corner of my screen. Ignore these piranhas. I'm sure I won't get hit. Hey, and I wasn't. Good. Anyways, we have 2 branching paths and a web up here, so of course we're going to take the branching paths. Which one? That's the strafe. Just deal with this guy. Charge shots do make fights. I'm really doing well on my words today. It makes fights a lot easier. And what we're going to do, we're going to abuse standing on this bit being just high enough to hit this spider, so we don't have to deal with it annoying us while we're climbing up this webbing. Hold on. And there we go. If we didn't do that, he would be following us up here, but if we take care of him like that, you don't have to worry about it. Now it is possible, I think, at least theoretically, to hit that switch without grabbing that green lump. Then you can just fall down and kill yourself in the horrible water sludge thing to bring you back to the start bit here, therefore saving a little bit of time. But of course, I got the green lump, so I've got to do it properly. Not that it's that hard to do it properly. I should have gone for that platform. But here we can see that spider jumping onto the web. And jumping off because it's following us back over here. Anyway, let's try to be less stupid. And as you might be able to guess, we've got our third switch over here. Trying not to get grabbed by the grabby hands. Yeah, as you might have noticed if you've been watching this whole playthrough, combat isn't exactly difficult in this game. Can I do a trick shot? Probably not. Oh, I can! So yeah, that would in theory allow me to do that, but now I'm paranoid I've missed a lot. I don't think there's any more lums over here. I don't think there's any other lums over here, but just to be sure... No, there aren't. I was being paranoid for no reason. But yeah, that's the gist of skipping back to there by death warping, essentially. More useful in the other bit than there. But if you come up here, you can see the areas that we went to. Which is neat. In this one you can even see... You can see the switch if you don't position yourself in front of a rope. But now we've brought all three of those platforms up, we can get across this very weird green water. And get attacked by piranhas. Because you're too lazy to shoot them down. Now the game wants us to go down here, even brings up an arrow prompt, but we're not going to go down there. We're going to go to one of the game's more well-hidden secrets, although fairly well known by Rayman 2 players. I'm going to jump off here, fall down here, go behind this wall, and we're going to find a certain very specific secret. First off though, we've got to fight these pirates. Oh, I didn't let that charge fully. Lovely. Now if you have a power fist, this section here is a lot quicker. But evidently I don't have a power fist, so... Yeah, every lot of pirates that you fight brings up another platform, so you just gotta keep getting those pirates. Thankfully it's, again, not very hard to dodge their shots. I say as I get hit by one. Now what you might be able to see behind the one on the left is a yellow lum, but there's not any yellow lum. You recall back to part, what, like 3 or 4? I'll put a link in there, one of those cards at the top right corner. But Razorbeard ate a yellow lum in one of the cutscenes, reducing the count from 1,000 to 999. This is that 1000th lum. This doesn't count towards the 50 lums in this level, and it won't show up on sort of your total amount when you're looking at it in the Hall of Doors or anything, but it does contribute to your percentage. So if you don't get this, the highest percent you can get will be 900, well not 900, will be 99.9%. But if you get this, you can get a fully 100% file. Now this secret does exist, obviously PC version, N64, this is basically the same as N64 and Dreamcast, but, and on those versions, derivatives like on iOS and DS, except for the 3DS version. Because, as you see, you've got a web here that bounces you. On 3DS, this web doesn't bounce you, you just stand on it, and you can't get up. Unless you jump up and get damage boosted by one of those little spiders. Unfortunately, once you collect the lum on the 3DS version, the game, as you might notice, we just got a different sound effect for that lum. The game sort of freezes all control, except for pause. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go down. There's enough babbling on about that lum. Now this is where the bit with the arrow would have taken us, so we've not missed out on any bits of the level. You might notice that I'm shooting too quick and causing my shots to despawn, aren't I? As always happens. If you're not quick, that door will come back down. Well, we got one of the what major the sort of barrel rolling does happen quite a bit in this level, so get used to it. Now I know there's a pirate coming up, so I'm just going to charge a shot up. And got him. Yeah, it takes one charge shot to defeat, so that's also a time switch, as you might be able to tell from the ticking. And we fall down here. More of those are so lovely crumbling sort of walkways. I believe on some versions the camera angle for that is different. I know it's different on 3DS, but I can't remember whether that's a change for the 3DS version or the Dreamcast version. Anyway, climb up here. And we got powder kegs as well. Being one of the last levels, this is sort of one of those levels which is sort of meant to be like a test of your abilities kind of thing. Hold on. Cage. See, we need to, if we want to get that cage, but also still 100%, we need to get up on this here lum. No, we're not going to be able to make it back over there, so we're going to go back over here and get another powder keg. And fly back over to where we were. Not sure if that's the most efficient way to do that, but whatever. But yeah, because there's another exit to that area, but that takes us a bit further into the level, rather than allowing us to 100%. And of course, we are 100%ing. It's one of the few games where I actually bothered to 100%ing. Mainly because it's quite linear anyway, so it's easy for me to do it. I missed a red lum from that thing, I don't care, I'm at full health anyway. And we'll come over here. Shop. There's an enemy that will show up over here. Yep. Oh, coming down the parachute. Now, this is pretty much the only time you're going to see that in the PC and 64 version of the game, but playing on Dreamcast and I think PS2, you're going to see parachuting pirates a lot more often. But that's pretty much the only instance of it on this version, as far as I can remember. I should really change the camera angle. Oh, here we go, this bit. I always dislike this bit, because you gotta stop every, like, second to shoot a zombie chicken. Just breaks the flow. Very annoying. It's a lovely purple tint on the cobweb. That's the power of the Voodoo graphics card. Or rather the, in my case, the N-Glide wrapper for modern graphics cards, to allow use of the graphics API. And there I go talking about graphics APIs again. You must forgive me for talking about stuff like that. I did computer games programming at uni. Anyways, we want to get this purple one, because of course we've got stuff up here. And lots of zombie chickens to get in the way. There we go, the cage up here. Oh. I'm a pro, don't need to helicopter. I mean, you only need to take those lums because you can't reach the end otherwise. After this climb, we got another spider. Oh, Oh, come on. Camera. I mean, of course it's going to look at the spider while I'm locked onto it. But with the charge shots, spiders are a lot easier to take care of. Oh, come on. Just let me shoot the thing so I can go down. Right, this is where the other exit, where that sort of cage that held the purple lum was. It would take you out here. Of course, we dropped here. So now we've got more barrel riding, but now we've got to hit switches to turn off those laser gates. And making sure to jump in order to get the yellow lums. Thankfully the game does pretty much keep your momentum. If you're jumping while on one of these barrels, you won't sort of get left behind. It does keep your momentum in mind. And we've got a barrel throwing pirate as well. So basically, what you want to do is not that. I smell a jump cut coming on. Anyways, after that embarrassing death, you want to make sure to keep jumping between the platforms as he's throwing the barrels at you, and use the helicopter. Now it's possible, as you saw just there, to actually defeat him. So yeah, you can do that. But yeah, jump between the barrels as he's throwing the kegs at you, so that you don't get hurt and knocked into the water. I guess it's water. It sort of kind of looks like sludge with fish bones in it. Anyway, climb up. Now what we can do, we've got another robot pirate fight. So we can take away its health with kegs. Totally cheesing the fight. I mean, it's easy to cheese stuff in Rayman 2 because especially if you're getting everything, then you're gonna have so much health. Like, for me, health is only a concern in the early parts of the game. Anyways, we've got all 50 lums already, so we must be getting close to the end of the level. And indeed we are. But before we go through this ominous looking door, I've got a secret to share with you. So since I'm playing the PC version, let's go type in a little code. Play Jeff. Maybe I need to do it while paused. Hold on. I might need to do it while paused. No. Hold on one. Unless. It's supposed to work. Hold on. We'll be back after these messages. Ah, there we go. I just had to try doing the same thing several times for it to work. Lovely. That's going to be fun to edit. Anyways, typing the word play Jeff in the PC version. Other versions that have this secret include Dreamcast, N64, 3DS, and that's probably about it. You have to do various button combinations, but we got here. There is a tunnel that you can barely see. You can probably see it if you have the lighting turned up higher. But we've got a little weird campfire scene with this. A couple of baby glow boxes and a teensy. And on PC and N64 versions, that is about the gist of the secret. On the Dreamcast version, however, and its derivatives, well, 3DS, you can see some hints to cheat codes as you walk down this little tunnel, which only exist on the Dreamcast version and its derivatives. The iOS version, while not letting you get in here, does let you do the cheat codes. You just have to know that they exist. And on the 3DS version, you can actually glitch into that little area by running up here and just sort of doing that. Either that corner or this corner. You can't do that on any other version though. But yeah, this is a very hard to know about secret. But yeah. Yeah, you cannot see, with the brightness level I have here, you cannot really see that that there's a tunnel up here. Anyways, on with the level proper. Technical checkup. This must be where Clark was brought to. And indeed, we see him there. Just going to close my iPod, which I was using for research, into the secret.
Rayman! Clark!
But as happy as they are to see each other, something's clearly wrong. Yes, as well as being brought here by the rover pirates, he's had some sort of weird mind control device put on him. And yeah, it looks like Rayman's gonna have to fight his friend. But one cool thing about that is that nice camera transition. So what we need to do to fight him, hit these 3 switches, and a laser will appear above that conspicuous looking red line. I don't believe this this thing. I don't believe this thing has any items. I'm not sure though. So it might be a good thing to do a charge shot. It might not be. I'm not sure. Ow. I forgot he did that if he grabbed you. Well, now I can remember that. Ah, come on. Oh. This is not a good run of this boss. Oh. There we go, got a charge shot on her. Yeah. As I probably alluded to, sort of, in an earlier part, I sort of brought attention to the fact of, don't worry that his eyes are kind of glitching out. Yeah, for some reason, at least in the PC version, I can't remember about other versions, but his eyes glitch out in his earlier appearance in the game, and you see those sort of swirly mind control eyes. It's a bit weird. Anyways, that's, again, enough sort of blabbing about random bits of trivia about the game. Let's end this level. And actually go in the thing. But yeah, Doom of the Ancients. Yeah, this is when levels start to get long again. I mean, because I was messing about doing stuff, this recording's gone about as long as the Sanctuary Stone of Fire, the name came to me in the end. But the level itself is a teeny bit shorter. I mean, some of that recording time was me messing around trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the cheat code for the secret. And of course, going for the 1000th run. But next time, we're going to go through the Iron Mountains, the final proper level of the game, before all the in-game stuff starts up.